It's another beautiful spring day, guys, and it's nice to go on a beautiful little drive. So in this episode, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the newest and hottest car going on with Tesla right now, especially this month since they just released the Tesla Model Y Juniper. So if you've been following the Tesla news, Tesla just came out with it earlier this month. And it's something that's worth talking about because I am actually interested in upgrading eventually into a Tesla Model Y Juniper. So let's go ahead and start talking about the Tesla Model Y Juniper when it comes to price. As of right now, they are only selling the launch edition. And knowing Tesla, the launch edition is always going to be the highest and most expensive. Right now, the Tesla Model Y Juniper launch edition can be bought for $61,630. Ooh, that's a hefty price. Of course, that will be the most expensive as it's just launching, as the trim level says. Now, what comes with that price? Well, Tesla decided to package the full self-driving technology. So you have no choice but to get it with that price because it's bundled in with the $61,000 that you're paying. Now, along with it, they let you choose the color, both the interior color of your seat and the exterior color of the paint outside. Along with it comes with a tow package, and you can even upgrade your wheels, whether you like the 19-inch, which will be more efficient as far as driving range and miles and efficiency. But if you're in it for sportiness and the looks, then you may want to upgrade to the 20-inch wheels that they offer, included in the price. Having said that, your driving range will diminish because Tesla claims that the Juniper Model Y, the EPA rating of this car with a dual motor is 327 miles. Now that's the EPA rating. A lot of reports have mentioned that it actually has 320 miles range for the 19-inch wheels. But when you upgrade to the 20-inch wheels, it drops down to 303. So in regards to range, I know I've talked a lot about how they've improved the car with aerodynamics, quieter cabin and this and that. As far as like actual range, comparing it to the previous model or previous generation, there's really not any significant improvement. Maybe 5 or 10 miles, but nothing crazy. It's not a significant improvement that really is this vehicle worth $61,000. Will I buy this car or SUV for $61,000? Well, my answer is no, because like Tesla always does, the way that they did the Cybertruck, they sold the Foundation series, the Cyber Beast for $120,000, $130,000, and then now they're starting to sell $80,000 Cybertrucks, and then potentially maybe even later down the road, single motor for $60,000. Now with the Tesla Model Y Juniper, they only have the launch edition from right now as I make this video in the middle of March. But eventually, months down the road, they have to compete with a standard or mid-size SUV market. And not a lot of people can afford $60,000. If they drop this price down to around $45K to $55K, taking away the full self-driving and the paint and the interior and the tow package, I have a feeling this will drop down to mid-40s to about 45 to 50. And of course, they don't even have the performance version of this car. That's something that they're going to announce at a later date, probably later this year. But for the time being, making this video, I wanted to just kind of highlight the main things. I'm gonna go ahead and make a demo drive as soon as it becomes available in my area here in Portland. I just called them earlier today and they say that it's coming up soon, but they don't have a date yet. So as soon as I find that out, I will be doing a demo drive video to get to know the car more and feature it on my channel. All the media releases basically give you all the hype. It is all new, it is much improved, and it has a much better suspension, a quieter ride. But I actually want to kind of dive into what has changed, what has improved, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So join me and let's go. So the very first thing that I've seen, since I've only seen it online, I haven't really seen it around in the neighborhood here in the Portland area. From what I've seen on YouTube videos, the exterior changes mainly highlights both the front and the rear headlights and taillights. They made this full width headlight for the front bumper and as well as the back taillight. Basically, they try to make it look all futuristic, kind of in line with like the Tesla Cybertruck. So I guess that's Tesla's way of setting the trend for all newer cars out there, not just for Tesla, but like the auto industry, that this is going to be the golden standard to a much more futuristic and just modern look with the automotive styling. That's one thing that's changed, or I don't want to say improved, but it's definitely something very new to the new Tesla Model Y Juniper. Now with this newer car, everybody always say that, you know, it's improved in this, it's improved in that, but Tesla claims that its aerodynamic has improved 4% from the older Tesla Model Y version. And it's nice that they give that difference, because you will basically learn as you go and you will be able to really determine, you know, the legitimacy or the validity of that claim once you've owned the car for months. And once you do, then you could determine if that really is the case. But they designed and redesigned the exterior so that it's more aerodynamic, so you get better efficiency and a longer range for your daily and road trips and drives. And part of that is the rear air spoiler. So the newer Model Y Juniper came with a much better aerodynamic rear spoiler. It would be for design, but at the same time for looks and performance. But hey, if it helps with your range, that's always a plus. One of the better things that they have improved from the old model to this new Model Y Juniper is the glass roof. So the new Tesla Model Y Juniper has a silver coating, a brand new silver coating. If you live in hot weather like Arizona or Texas, or really just any summertime, your car is gonna work a lot harder to keep your car cooler because of that. And if they improve the glass roof by making it 7 times more heat refraction, keeping your car cooler, they say it's 7 times much better, and that's great news for improving the overall value for the car. One significant upgrade that they did for the Tesla Model Y is adding another camera to it. Not just any camera, but they actually added a front bumper camera. To me, this upgrade in hardware to the front bumper is so important in improving the way the vehicle drives, especially for parking assist, autopilot, and even full self-driving supervised. Having that one camera to improve when to be able to slow down before you hit a parking curb or a car in front of you, to me that's a game changer. It really is. And then there are little interior improvements in the car, such as ventilated front seats, along with an 8-inch rear display for the passengers in the back to be able to play video games or control temperature for climate control in the back. So some people that may be a significant upgrade, but for me, I'm not really big on it, but I figure that's worth mentioning. In terms of handling and performance, new Model Y, they claim to have a much better suspension. The wheels, the tires, and the suspension, the whole shebangs. So they say it's gonna be a lot quieter and smoother, and it will just be a overall better and smoother ride. Something that will be worth waiting for feedback of the people that have owned it. Only time will really tell if that's the case. Because if they have improved the interior cabin, all the upgrades that they have done for the material of the car to have a more quieter cabin, to me that really defines the progress of the car. Because you drive the car a lot and you determine how smooth the ride is and how quiet it is. It has to be able to keep up with the major competition in the mid-size SUV market, Because let's be honest, there are a lot of gasoline version of mid-size SUVs that have luxurious ride or even quieter cabin. So Tesla has to keep up their game with that. The sound system, to all of you guys that love music and you find therapy in listening to music on a road trip or even just going for a drive, the new Tesla Model Y Juniper now has 16 speaker in its surround sound. The older one had 14, and this one they've improved and added 2 more speakers. So that's great for all you music lovers out there. Now the main difference that they actually brought back for the new Juniper Model Y, they brought back the stock. The turn signal stock for you to turn and change lanes, they actually physically brought back the turn signal stock. Now they still did not give us the gear stock to change shifting gears from park to drive. You still have to do that on the touchscreen. But as far as actual turn signals, Tesla does listen to a lot of its audience and customers that we don't want this push of a button on a steering wheel to turn signal. So they brought back the turn signal stock, which to me is a major upgrade, because I do think that there are some people that refuse to buy the car because they just don't want the car without the stock. So once again, guys, this is me reporting Tesla Model Y Juniper. Can't wait to drive it, and we'll talk more in the future. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. And until then, my name is Adrian. See you in the next episode. Peace.